arrested.
I would do it again in a heartbeat. We are Americans, we are free. This is our park too.
It was the fourth jumper who didn't make it. A 60-year-old grandmother from Southern California who worked as a stunt woman. Her parachute never opened. Jan Davis was killed instantly.
8, 9, 10, 11,
Damn it. That's what we were afraid was going to happen.
Hundreds watched, including her husband, who was also a jumper. He'd organized today's jumps and videotaped it all. Before the jumps began, Tom Sanders explained the love of the sport.
It sounds like we're crazy just flinging our bodies off of a cliff, you know. It does sound crazy, but for us it's a diving board, and it's not that different from an Olympic diver diving off of a diving board at the Olympics and landing in water. Here we can free fall for 15 seconds.
It's too soon to know what went wrong, but Jan Davis had borrowed the parachute she used because she didn't want hers to be confiscated by park rangers who were waiting to arrest her. The one she borrowed had a cord on the leg instead of on her back, as her own gear had.
That may have contributed to some of the, what I've heard is what called a hard pull. You try to pull, and it's difficult.
The fifth jumper today hiked down after Davis was killed. Today's death was the sixth due to base jumping in Yosemite since 1980. And Kim, remember, these jumps today were organized to prove that jumps can be made safely.
Terrible incident, Kurt. Thank you for that explanation tonight. In other news closer to home, University of Oregon President Dave Frohnmayer is in critical condition tonight after he had a heart attack. Now, Frohnmayer was attending a National Institutes of Health conference in Maryland, so he was surrounded by doctors when he had the heart attack this morning. 59-year-old Frohnmayer has served as Oregon's Attorney General. He also spent 3 terms in the Oregon House of Representatives. And 2 of his 3 daughters died of complications from a rare genetic blood disorder. That also kept the Frohnmayer family in the news and the hearts of Oregonians over the years. In the next few weeks, state health officials will decide if we should expand HIV reporting here in Oregon, and that could mean reporting the names of HIV-positive Oregonians. AIDS advocates worry tonight about what that could mean to confidentiality. Marilyn Deutsch is in Northeast Portland, where representatives of community groups met on this topic this evening. Marilyn, what'd they say?
Well, Kim, you're right. State health officials will decide this matter very soon. The controversy comes when you talk about reporting names, and the folks we talked to tonight say that if that happens, we will see more people dying of AIDS in Oregon, more people, not fewer, because they'll just simply wait until it's too late to get medical care.
It's hard enough for people to be able to take this test.
A middle-class mother of 2, Karen Pancho, is HIV positive, the result of a blood transfusion 17 years ago.
A transfusion I had because I had a difficult pregnancy and kept hemorrhaging, lost a lot of blood one time, so they had to give me blood.
Pancho's 17-year-old son, not yet born at the time, is also HIV positive.
Many people will refuse to be tested.
Like the others gathered here, Pancho doesn't think the state should require doctors to report patients' names, along with the numbers of HIV cases. But increasingly across the nation, more and more states are mandating name reporting of HIV patients. The Centers for Disease Control also recommends this as the best way to track the disease, treat it early, and prevent the spread of HIV. But in a just-released 106-page survey of Oregonians by a coalition of community groups, the majority said no to name reporting. They want to keep testing anonymous, fearful that there's no other reliable way to keep names confidential concerning a disease where the stigma can sometimes be as painful as the illness. State health officials say the reporting of HIV cases is critical to accurately describing and ending the epidemic. Currently, the state counts AIDS cases, but not HIV.
Randy Harper says it still hurts. His wounds are from shotgun pellets, many of them still in his calf. All apparently over a food mixer Randy sold to a previous owner of a now defunct Corbett restaurant.
I went back to check on the equipment and or get paid.
Harper told sheriff's deputies he went around to the back of the building, saw a door partly open, and tugged on it to see if anybody was inside. That's when the booby trap went off.
I looked down and my pants were shredded, and I pulled my pant leg up and my leg was shredded.
Randy was hit by a spring gun, a piece of pipe with a shotgun shell inside and a trigger on the end. Sheriff's deputies are investigating who set the booby trap.
He took himself to the hospital, which is remarkable in and of itself, and from the hospital called the authorities.
I just put a tourniquet on it and headed in. It actually didn't hurt until I got to town.
It's illegal to set up this kind of booby trap. And yes, when we get the whodunit, I can assure you there'll be some arrests.
And Randy wonders what somebody could have been thinking.
I think it's sick, you know? A kid could have just as easily pushed that door open.
In Corbett, Dave Thompson, the 10 o'clock news.
Randy Harper is limping badly, as you might imagine, but he's already back to work. He says, you got to do what you got to do.
Well, 100 people marched against police brutality in downtown Portland today. They claim Portland police were too forceful at a Justice Center rally last Friday. One protester says she was pushed into a street full of oncoming vehicles, and another of the protesters, Craig Roseborough, claims police broke his arm, dragged him a block and a half by his broken arm to the Justice Center. In response, the police department says a standard control hold was used to restrain Roseborough after he hit a police horse. Vancouver police say a flasher is preying on teenage girls as they walk to high school in Vancouver. That suspect is described as an Hispanic man, about 25 to 35 years old. He drives a green pickup truck with squiggles or swooshes on the side, maybe in purple. And the license on the truck is similar to this, A917411A. Police say the man has exposed himself to high school girls at least 3 times, twice in the 18th Street and Carlson area near Fort Vancouver High, and just today near Columbia River High School. Twice the flasher was in his truck, we're told. Once he was on foot. If you have any information about this flasher, please call the Vancouver police.
It's Friday, which in Oregon City used to mean Oregon City teens would roll up their sleeves and slug it out in a city park. This week, city leaders stepped in and put a stop to the brawling out in the open. But as Mark Pettinger tells us, students expect the fights to continue underground.
In Oregon City, school's out for the weekend. On tonight's card, a face-off in football against Wesleyan High School.
We're going to kick their ass tonight.
How about Friday night fights?
Starting now.
Once the talk of Oregon City High School.
In the left corner!
No one's saying much now.
I haven't heard anything about it, honestly.
People are talking.
No, nobody's talking about it.
Typically, teens have gathered once a week in Atkinson Park to put on boxing gloves.
It just became too big. Just too many people showed up because it used to be a small thing.
Wednesday night, the Oregon City Commission banned the brawl.
No one's really getting hurt. I fought in it. It wasn't bad. I didn't get hurt. No one else got hurt.
It's the end of the school week, but unlike other Fridays so far this fall, this park, it's empty. No participants, no spectators, no fighting. No one's sure if the gloves are hung up for good or if the fights are going underground.
Kids are going to be kids, and I think it's our responsibility as adults, people in the community, to try to help them out in a safe manner. And I think that's, what the city and the department and everyone out there that are concerned for them are trying to do.
A patrol car cruised by Oregon City High at the end of the school day, serving as a silent reminder. Adults are watching.
I think they're just going to find someone in the backyard, find somewhere to put it.
If they're going to do it, they're going to do it. It's privately, I don't know where, but nothing will stop them easily.
The fights will keep going.
Oh, yeah.
In Oregon City, Mark Pettinger, the 10 o'clock news.
One student told us today that after tonight's football game, there would be several student parties where the boxing gloves just might get pulled out and put to use.
Hundreds of new state laws go into effect in Oregon tomorrow, and one of them means you might want to think twice about running red lights. As of Saturday, the cities of Portland, Beaverton, Bend, and Medford will all be able to set up cameras to catch red light runners. The cameras are triggered when a vehicle rolls over sensors in the pavement after a light turns red. And guess what? Offenders will get tickets in the mail. Another law supposed to go into effect tomorrow will not because of a successful petition drive. Opponents of the legislature's 5-cent-a-gallon gas tax delivered their final batch of signatures today. The American Automobile Association says it submitted more than 80,000 signatures to block the gas tax.
And Republicans